in your mind, if the offensive line plays like they did tonight, if Ahmad Hardy plays like he did tonight, can they still have that kind of success against a front like Oklahoma?
Maybe not the equivalent of 300 yards, but and I expect that. Listen, they're not going to rush for three. One guy's not going to rush for 300 anyway. I just think Oklahoma's is too good in that sense. But the sentiment is the same. When you've got to get tough yards, you cannot be afraid to run. You've got to use your strengths, especially with a young quarterback. Our guy only threw for. I'm not sure how many yards, but
112, I believe. He was 8 of 15 for 112 tonight.
Yeah, just over 50%. And listen, he's. I thought he looked better. I mean, his first touchdown throw was a perfectly thrown ball, but he's still learning the game, right? And I don't even know if he's going to be the starter next week against OU. I don't know if you guys saw Wolfer Beulah in warmups, but I mean, he's literally out there running and doing drills. So I mean, he may be available to go next week. We'll see, but that's not. We won't know about that until probably Wednesday. But I think the formula, though, is using your strength in throwing the ball when you need to. Be strategic about, when you put the ball in the air. Take some lessons from what Alabama and OU showed on the field today. And really go back and look at every OU game and break those films down and find out where the weaknesses are. Now, the other thing about OU, their offense, as you know, guys, is very up and down. They had a good day today. Who will they be next week, Jekyll or Hyde? Don't know. But either way, Missouri hasn't won. Do you guys remember the last time Missouri won in Oklahoma? Any idea?
God, I don't.
I was in the second grade. Lyndon Johnson was the president, 1966. That's the last time Missouri won a game in Norman, Oklahoma.
I was there. I think it was 2007 when they got so darn close to beating them with Chase Daniel, and I think that might have been the Pig Brown unfortunate, personal foul that kept the drive alive. But anyway, yes. So it's been a hot minute since they won. No question about that. Howard, wanted to change topics real quickly. As impressive as Ahmad Hardy was tonight offensively for this team, it's really hard not to look at what the defense did. And again, this Jeff Lebby is an offensive mind at Mississippi State. They have put up yards throughout this entire season against good defenses. Tonight, a couple of stats that stand out. They rushed the ball 52 times tonight for 110 yards against this team. 5 Mizzou sacks, and maybe even more impressively, 13 tackles for losses in this thing. I mean, the defense, whether, in their minds they had to win this thing or not, or they're taking another year. I mean, the defense has been great all season, maybe with the exception of what we saw in the second half against A&M. But, I mean, for the most part, this defense has been in a top 10 unit all season. And tonight, I mean, they were playing around with Mississippi State. Those turnovers was the only thing that kept the score close.